Okay, hey YouTube, this is going to be a quick update on Jayden. We got his test results back over the phone the other day, and our suspicions were confirmed. Jayden does indeed have a hormone deficiency. She said his growth hormone levels were very low, and that his body just doesn't make a whole lot of growth hormone, which explains, everything. And the doctor said, based on his physical appearance and based on his growth curves and kind of how he's been growing, he pretty much knew before even the test results confirmed it. So it's not something that we are extremely shocked about. It's sad that we have that confirmation, because he is going to need to have growth hormone injections for the rest of his growing years. And for a boy, that could be 18 to 21 years old plus, so that's a real big bummer. And we've been doing the eye drops each morning in his eye, and he just hates it. He cries, and granted, he is okay once he's done and over with, but once we say, Jayden, we gotta put your eye drops in, immediately bursts into tears and tries to run away and stuff, and we gotta hold him down and put the eye drop in, and it's just a mess. It's not fun at all. So to know that we're going to have to add a shot to that routine every day is really getting me down. Like, I am so sad that he has to go through something like that. And everyone I've talked to are like, oh, he'll get used to it, it's fine. But my 21-year-old self, I don't like to have to go to the doctor and get a shot. And to know that he's going to have to get one every single day, I just don't think that that's fair for, a 2-year-old. So it really sucks. And we're going to have to be taught how to give him these shots. And I've never given anybody a shot to know that I'm going to have to do that to him, it just breaks my heart, because every time he cries, I'm probably going to cry right along with him. So the whole situation really stinks, but at least we have an answer. We know why he's so small, and hopefully he will catch back up to around the same size he would have been if he didn't have this problem. The MRI results showed that he does not have a pituitary stalk. I guess the pituitary stalk connects pituitary to the hypothalamus or something along those lines. Anyways, his pituitary stalk is missing, which is the problem. So getting this growth hormone therapy should, correct the problem. Well, not really correct the problem, but give him the growth hormone that he's lacking, that he can't produce himself. She said that his cortisol levels were fine, his thyroid levels were fine, so the only problem so far that they found is just his body's not producing enough growth hormone, which can be treated through growth hormone therapy with the daily injections. He does have to go in for one more big test on the 10th, August 10th, and we were unable to schedule this around Thomas's work schedule this time. Thomas works Monday through Friday, and so they weren't open on the weekends. And it has to be done early in the morning because it's another fasting test where he can't eat after midnight. So we were unable to schedule it around his schedule, so I'm going to have to go, and Thomas's dad, I think, is going to come with me. And this is the first big appointment that Thomas is going to have missed. He's always been there. We've both always been there for every single one of Jayden's doctor's appointments. I'm even talking all of his well visits, all of his everything. Both Thomas and I always go together to all of his appointments. And so this is going to be the first one he's going to be missing, and it's kind of sad, but what can you do? We need to get this test done so that we can move on to treatment. So it's going to be a test. I don't know any of the details, but it's going to be a test to stimulate his pituitary gland, to stimulate it to make as much growth hormone as it possibly can, to see how high his levels will go naturally, to see, I guess it's to help to figure out the dosage, the growth hormone dosage. I really don't know, don't quote me on that, but all I know is they said that it's going to stimulate his growth hormone production to see, kind of how high it will go. and they have to monitor that for a few hours. She said that the tests are scheduled for 4 hours. I don't know if they just make them for 4 hours to make sure they have enough time to do everything, do the paperwork, talk to you and all that stuff. I'm not sure. Or I don't know how long it's actually going to take, so that's kind of scary. And I guess it's blood draws. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, you know, they're going to have to draw his blood every so many hours or minutes or whatever. But so yeah, that's not going to be fun. I don't even know how I'm going to keep him occupied in the waiting room for that long. But thankfully I have my phone, and Jayden really likes to play some of the kids' apps on there. So there's that. Actually, when the doctor called, both Thomas and I were both at work. He tried both of our cell phones, and neither one of us could answer because we were at work. He left a message to call back to his nurse, and his nurse would, you know, give us all the information. So when I did that, when I called back, she's like, oh, I had just talked to Dad. So she had just talked to Thomas, but she was more than willing to, you know, explain everything all over again to me on the phone. Sweetest, sweetest lady. She's like, you know, all this stuff might sound scary right now, but, you know, once you get in here, once we can talk face to face and really talk about it, and you're going to realize that it's not so bad and that you can do this, and it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. So she is so sweet. And she's going to send out some pamphlets and papers on growth hormone therapy and pituitary gland and things like that to our mailbox before we even go in for the testing. So that's super sweet. She's like, I'll mail you a bunch of information so that you kind of know what's going on and how everything works and everything. So she was just so nice, and I can't wait to meet her in person because she was just a sweetheart on the phone. So yeah, that's all I have to report right now. Jayden's wearing his glasses and doing his eye drops in his eyes. He actually goes back to the eye doctor on Monday, I do believe, August 1st, something like that. And yeah, and then he has that big test on the 10th, August 10th. So I will update when there's something to update on. Just keep Jayden in your thoughts, because poor guy has been through so much and poked and prodded and all these tests and stuff, and it just breaks my heart. But you know, I have to do these things, you know, to help him. So just keep him in your thoughts, and we will talk to you later. Bye.